Rod in Eugene, Oregon. Hey, Rod, you wanted to talk about racism in the Pacific Northwest?
Yeah, hi.
Hey, Rod.
You can hear me?
Just fine. You're on the air.
We just had, I saw, I'm all confused. Anyway, this friend of mine changed his tune from racism to voting for Obama. I just thought it was a conspiracy there.
What, put the black guy in office and then blame everything on him?
Yeah, kind of like bring up race. It brings racism to a head too. I think they want to they want to stimulate a race war with these killings.
Yeah,
myself, and then to do a right-wing takeover. But then I sound crazy.
Well, that's that. No, you don't sound crazy. That is actually the narrative of a novel called The Turner Diaries, which has animated the modern-day white racist movement and separatist movement in large part. And Rod, thank you for the call. I'll go off on this right now. The Turner Diaries start out with it's been 15 years since I read it, but and it's rather badly written. It's like reading Ayn Rand, you know. But the Turner Diaries starts out with this guy who, you know, he's a white racist, and he sees, Jews and black people and Catholics even taking over the country, and and Hispanics, and he's horrified by it. And it was written back in the 70s, as I recall, or that era, maybe the 60s, and so he blows up a federal building, and as I recall, it was in Oklahoma City. I think Tim McVeigh may have picked the building that's in the Turner Diaries. If not, it was one very similar to it. And he kills a couple hundred people. And the federal government in this novel clamps down on him and his movement, which was, the federal government overreacted by trying to take away everybody's guns. And, it's kind of funny. The modern day analogy is that the federal government overreacted to 9/11 by snooping in everybody's phone calls. But in the Turner Diaries, they overreacted by getting physically in people's faces. And those gun owners said, no, we're not going to give up our guns. And they started shooting federal officials. And very quickly, a war of the patriots versus the government happened. And then it became the patriots versus not just the government, but the government and all the people who, in the minds of these white racist patriots, needed or lived off the government. The, quote, people on welfare, which in the novel was exclusively black people. Now, in the real world, more white people are on welfare in the United States than black, but forget reality. And at the end of this race war, all the Jews are dead, all the black people are dead, all the Hispanics are dead. I don't know if he got into gays. I don't recall if he was anti-Catholic or not. But, the great white Anglo-Saxon Protestants ruled the country, and America was ready to become a great white power once again. And, I mean, this is, just like Paul Ryan was requiring his staff to read Ayn Rand's weird rape fiction, Atlas Shrugged and Fountainhead. This is required reading in the white racist movement, the Turner Diaries.
You're listening to Thom Hartmann. Visit ThomHartmann.com for audio and video archives.
It just doesn't get much more bizarre than that, and yet there are these people who are living their lives by it. It's astonishing.